but I'll resist that temptation and say this much, Rick. I don't think it's important at this point to discuss how much who has changed, how much who will compromise. Will the Afghan government do what is needed? Would the Taliban, will other political actors in Afghanistan or in the region? I think we have to test the proposition. I mean, at this point, if we were to go on assumptions that lead us to decide there's no point having a political conversation, or, well, it's actually not going to work out, I'll tell you what's going to happen. And this is, I think, something that needs to be appreciated more. For Afghans on the ground, but more so, equally so for Pakistan. 1989, 90, 91, 92, and the rest of the 90s are like yesterday. Unless people on the ground are convinced that under US leadership, political leadership, there is an emphasis, a reinvigorated emphasis on seeing the political process through to its logical conclusion, I'm afraid people may think that they have to fend for themselves, because that's the history. I'm not saying that's correct. I know that we are still invested. I know Pakistan and US, I know for a fact, have agreed to work together and move forward. But the messaging on the ground has to be totally clear that we will go to any extent needed in terms of trying to patch this conversation up among Afghans to take it to its logical conclusion, which is end violence, no forceful takeover, compromise, and find a way forward. So, you know, there are tons of assumptions here. I just don't think we have time for that. Let's focus all our energies to get to this political dialogue with empowered people sitting in the room who can take decisions for all sides, respectively, and move forward.